Hello guys, welcome back to another Movies with James video, and today we're doing something a little bit different. Let's just put some light on. So I'm actually heading to pick up a new bookcase. So this is not the plan, something that has been instigated by Facebook Marketplace and seeing this advert. What I had my eye on in terms of buying this weekend, turns out somebody local, very local to me, 1.5 miles away from me, is selling it for 20 quid instead of the 35 that IKEA would want for it. So we're gonna go and get this tonight and then build it in this video. So let's go and get the bookcase. One of the first things I have to do though is get cash, because everyone wants cash on Facebook Marketplace, don't they? So that's slightly annoying and something I have to do. Anyway, got the cash, so we're all good. Here we go then guys, pick this up then, 20 quid. So let's go and build it and get it up the stairs. This is the next task now. Here we go. In we come to the cinema room. Whew. So James, what's the plan? Where is it going? Well, you guys know that I've been thinking about this area. It's not actually for that. I want to get a different range to go there, and I'm not really in a rush for that at the moment. I was looking at this area, and this area has actually hit capacity, to be honest. Obi's up here with me, little doggy. Come on, boy, on you. Up, up. Here, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. I have hit a limit on this area. So this shelving here is basically my DC collection and my Marvel collection alongside Pixar and then some Disney. I have maxed that out, as you can see there, and it's very, very small because obviously there's going to be more DC stuff coming soon, of course, as well as Marvel and all of that. So then I was sat on the seat and I was thinking, above it, there's so much space there, and it's an interior wall, so I can put something there. Learning from the mistakes of the mold gate that we had on that wall. So this is where this comes in. This is a 40 centimeter wide, so if we can go right up to this, 40 centimeters will be there, but it'll be a lot higher. Gives a bit of gap there for the amp. This can be moved over a bit. I've got room there to move this over if I need to. I might have to move the picture slightly over a little bit, but that's not a problem because it's a really easy nail to do. So yeah, I think it's gonna work. So I need to firstly move obviously the unit. I'm just gonna put that probably in this area for now, and then we'll move all the movies over there, but it's still gonna remain my DC, Marvel and Disney area, I suppose. So then firstly, let's move some things out of the way. Here we go. We'll put this just there for now. So let's move this unit now. It's relatively light, this is, to be honest, and really easy to move. I've done this a few times, so I'm just so hench. Right, so there we go. So this gives us the space. We'll move this off the wall as well, just because we will have to do that. Put that out there just in case it gets damaged. And this is where it's going to go. So it's going to go there. I might have to sand a little bit off the bottom because it might be too tall for the speaker, which is just there, but we'll see. We might have enough clearance, so I'm not too sure, but we got this. So that is the hard part done, I believe. Frame of it done. So the next thing is to slot in the back, which I think I need to actually do while it's lying down, to be honest, because I don't think it goes in any other way. So here we go. We have put this up now. I have managed to put some shelves in here as well. But I'm on something. I'm just trying to see if Blu-rays fit. So that fits there, as you can see, quite cushy. We've got then a steelbook fits there. This one, they're very much not. This one, again, not. That one, they are. So, and up here, they do fit, but they're quite tight. So, need to do a bit of rejigging, I think, and pull some things down, and we'll figure it out. So, I'm thinking probably to bring the first one down, ultimately. One. There we go. So that then will allow movies to go up there. I really don't like the deepness of it, to be honest. It's very deep to the point that movies just get lost right at the back. And that's why I've always thought this about the Billy units. I've never really rated the Billy units because I much prefer the look of the ones I have, because they're not so, as I say, not so deep. But anyways, this is a good deal and something that, you know, I can do more displays in terms of on the front. So I'm going to make the best of it, I suppose, at this situation. Next one's then I'll move this down and we'll have another shelf hopefully figured out on the second one. There we go. So that one's there and it's quite cushy. But you can see here how better this looks there, rather than like having titles, in my opinion. Now this one doesn't fit. But instead of having like titles that go like way back, I'd much rather them like all be at the front, you know what I mean? So it is a weird one, although I do think this shelf needs to go down one more, probably. So yeah, they can go there. We've got these up here, which I think I'll probably just pull forward for now, to be honest. And then I think I can put 2 movies back to back. Yeah, so I could put 2 films back to back eventually, and just have like, I can store them back to back. So I can put a lot on here, to be honest. Anyways, it's really warm here. I am really sweating it out. But what I'm going to try and do now is get this to the best that it can be, and move all of the DC stuff and Marvel and stuff and all that onto there, and we'll see what it looks like. So I have managed to actually complete this job for the day. Now I do need to hammer the back. I just haven't basically got a hammer in the house. It's up the shed and it's raining and I can't bother to go and get it. So I will do that, of course. I also need to fix this to the wall. It's not fixed to the wall, so I need to do that, although it's not fully loaded at the moment. So yeah, but I think I will probably do this today, just because it won't take long to do. As for the shelf itself, as you can see, they've got some good coverage there, and I realized what I didn't like about them sitting all the way back. I actually, like, if I push these back, they sit like that, very deep obviously, but it does allow you to do things like maybe display certain stuff, and that's what people do on their shelves. So maybe I'll do that down the road. But right now I'm going to try and pull these forward and just have them forward, because what I don't like is those little dots. So if I pull them forward just enough so that the dots are gone, it gives me a little bit of a ledge, and I like how that looks at this moment in time. Also down the bottom, I have got 1 shelf left, which is not actually attached properly, so I haven't put no titles on there, of course. And as you can see, I've marked out with that one, and of course the one above, you know, where the other shelves need to go. So I can buy 2 more additional shelves on the weekend. I actually had a plan this weekend to go and buy this weekend, as well as the shelves, but obviously I don't know how many shelves I probably would have got. 3, to be honest. So it might have been an extra shelf thing, but now I've managed to measure out the shelves down there and pick this up for half the price that it is in IKEA. It's actually worked out for the better, to be honest, of course. I don't think it looks too bad. I mean, it is a bit onerous and obviously will take some getting used to, but I do need extra storage in this area because this unit here was not cutting it. I'm probably going to put this unit up for sale. I don't have anywhere else. I'd rather, like, well, I could put it in the room. I did think about putting it under the window over there, but I will have the problem then of the mold stuff, so I don't want to have that issue again. So I'm probably not going to bother. I'm probably just going to leave it and potentially sell this unit, or maybe I'll just put it in the attic, and who knows, down the road, obviously when I move house or something, I might need it, because I will be moving in the next couple of years. So yes, but that is a good unit. I'm also not concerned about the speaker. There's enough clarity there, and I got enough movement there in terms of when you're sat here, so it's not too bad. It's not as good as it was, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't it's not worth it at the moment. If I feel like I'm getting some issues with the left channel, I can always just take it off and I can just put it on top there and rest it on there, for instance. So yeah, making good moves in the room. I'm pretty happy with today's job, as you can see, but I will insert a clip after this and end this video, and on the weekend I'll get the other shelves and show you what it looks like completed, because as I say, at the moment it's incomplete. So let's skip ahead to the weekend. And there it is. There is the shelf completed now. The weekend has come, and as you can see, you've got some additional shelves down there. So the additional 2 shelves now are in there, and they are all good. But I will say some things have changed since I recorded the video. I really think that this shelving unit is probably not going to live there after living with it, you know, in terms of it being really tall. I think I don't mind the tallness, but I think I'd rather put these units that I had on that side. So if I see those on Facebook now, I'm going to pick up maybe 2 or 3 and put them over there. But either way, I don't mind the tallness, but they just need to not be so deep in that area. But this unit is definitely needed, because I want to put this, potentially need another one of these units actually, because I can put that unit plus the other one, which I think is 120 wide, next to each other, because it can fit in this area there, which you guys know I'm considering doing. So the question I want to ask you guys is potentially that plus the 120 unit goes over there. I'm completely taking those 2 shelves out and getting rid of both shelves, and we're just gonna have cupboards there straight away, you know, just the big deep ones there with displays and all of that. All the 4Ks will live over there and obviously be doubled in size. But then the other question is, one of those units can fit there, so I could get rid of those shelves as well, put that in that corner because it'll fit perfectly. I might be able to keep that shelf actually. It'll fit perfectly in there, right the way down there. And then what I'm thinking there, I've got the PlayStation 5 and the amp there, and I can take these two drawers out because these drawers basically are just nothing. There's just bits in there, and then here's all my games. Those obviously then can go on the shelf, and I can put, you know, the amp in one of those, the PS5 in the other one, or the PS5 in there and keep one drawer for the games. The only thing is the record player. So as you can see there, I've got a record player, but I need to consider that. Maybe I could put down one of those shelves if it'll fit. Or I just completely pack in the record player in this room and repurpose that for something else. I'm not too sure. Something to consider. But yeah, I can weigh it up. I could even get a little table thing to go there and put the record player on there or something. I don't tend to play records in here anymore because I've got a record player now downstairs. So that's really, if I was going to play records, I'd listen there. But I do have an extensive, you know, film and TV show record collection, which, you know, applies to this room. So yeah, a few things to do. I'm thinking this is going to be a series. I'm thinking of filming a video and uploading it every single Thursday of the you know, the doing the cinema room storage shelving units and all of that. So this is the first episode of, you know, this and figuring this out now, and I think it's going to be used as shelf regardless. To get that for 20 quid when it was 40 or 35, I think it was, in IKEA, was an absolute bargain. And like I say, if I decide to put that, you know, over there, it's still been beneficial in terms of getting it, but you know, we'll figure it out. So next week, I hope to have an update on the big Billy unit in terms of the bigger, wider one, so that we can then start taking those shelves down and, you know, take these two shelves down up here and then start to take all these apart and take those off. Because the other thing I could do is once these are not being used anymore, these units, I could put those in that corner there. You know, I think I can fit 4 in there, which will be a fair few movies. That'll be 160 films, which I think is a lot more than the other unit, which is over there. Speaking of the other unit, as you can see, I've still got the Pixars there, but I have put it against our wall because I think it's fine because I did it there for a while. But you can see I've got like a little attic area out there, so I don't think the outside wall is not really blocked. But I am going to monitor this and make sure there's no mold there. And, you know, it's not completely tight, as you can see. It's still got a bit of a gap there to breathe. So fingers crossed that doesn't cause any problems. But, you know, if so, that can stay there if that's fine. It does give me some damages there. I need to figure that out. Maybe the desk needs to move over a bit, but yeah. And annoyingly, I have to leave that desk there because, you know, I film in here and also eventually I am gonna have to move back in here from my office because I got an office next door, which is great. But let's just say this room's gonna be for something else one day, isn't it? You know, you start a family, your baby needs to sleep somewhere. So, so yeah, it's not now, of course, it's a couple of years yet, but the inevitable will one day happen. So there's no point me getting rid of a desk and filling that with space and storage, which I can't anyway because of the wall, because of Moldgate. So yeah, that is the video. Like I say, every Thursday, I think I'm going to do a video like this in terms of updating you guys on the situation. We've got so many jobs to do in here, getting this room right, you know, from bits up the top there, holes in the wall there, this unit needs to be attached. There's so many jobs in here that I want to do, and I need to really break it up and break it down into multiple different projects, and we'll move. But there's the first episode of this done. Thanks for watching today's video, guys. Stay tuned for more coming soon, of course, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.